for like that nice deep inhale. And exhale, hollowing out into our cat. Last time, inhaling through cow. And exhaling through cat. As we find our neutral spine, pause here. We're going to begin to firm up your belly, keeping that nice neutral spine. And then we start to reach the right leg and the left arm nice and long, holding here. Trying to make sure that the right hip is turning down, engaging the backside of our bodies. And then lowering down, other side, left leg and right arm extend out long, pause here. And keep bracing those abdominal muscles. And then lowering down again. Let's keep alternating sides. Each time, again, engaging the backside of the body. We'll take one more round each side. And next time you're on all fours, let's walk those feet back, finding a plank pose. So those fingers are still wide, pressing as many knuckles in the hands as you can down to the mat. Get straight those legs nice and strong, engaging our quads, those muscles on our legs, as well as our butts for one more breath. And then we lower the knees down, lower halfway down, and all the way to the mat. On the inhale, we lift our chest into cobra. And then exhale, lift those hips up and back into our first down dog. Feel free to take whatever movements feel good here. Maybe bending one knee and then the other, or shifting the hips. All right. And then from our downward facing dog, we'll start to walk the feet all the way to the front of the mat. Bending the knees as much as we need to. Let our belly rest on our thighs and our forward fold. Feel free to gently sway here, letting go of any tension in the shoulders and the neck. And now with a nice deep bend in our knees, firm up your belly, bracing as so somebody's about to come and poke you in your belly as we come all the way up to stand. Once you've arrived at the top of your mat, we inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. And on the exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift, finding a flat back. And on the exhale, the hands come down to the mat, stepping the right foot way back, pausing right here in our lunge. Straighten that back leg as much as you can. And then we step back into our plank, pausing in our plank. Once again, we firm up those legs, engage your belly and your glutes. And then we lower the knees down, lower halfway down into our chaturanga, holding for 3, 2, 1, lowering all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lifting our chest into cobra, and then sit the hips back into our child's pose. Keep reaching those fingers out nice and long, keep pressing the hips back. And then we'll take our belly down into the mat. Inhale, lifting into our cobra. Exhaling, child's pose. One more time, inhaling forward into our cobra. Exhale, child's pose. From here, we find all fours, lifting those knees up into our plank and finding downward facing dog. From downward dog, floating the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, step it forward between the hands into our lunge, pausing here. And same thing, straighten that back leg. Squeezing those glutes for one more breath. And stepping forward to the front of your mat. Once you arrive, we inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the mat, heart, and release. And again, inhale, reaching up tall. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling the hands down to the mat, step that left foot back. And then step the right foot back, finding our plank pose. From our plank, shift forward. You can lower the knees if you like, but let's find our chaturanga. Hug the elbows in. Inhaling into our back bend, cobra or upward dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Now let's widen our feet almost as wide as your mat. We'll start to walk the hands back towards our feet and coming into a forward fold. But keep the feet wide though. We slowly start to sit those hips down into a malasana. Then open the chest, pull those shoulders back. And then lift the hips up into our forward fold. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, sit those hips down, lifting our chest to look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhaling down into a nice deep squat, press the knees wide. Exhaling, forward fold. Bringing a slight bend into those knees as we come all the way up to stand. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling halfway, lift flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat as we walk all the way out into a plank. Pause here. And shift the shoulders past the wrist, lower through our chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. And exhaling, downward facing dog. All right, from our down dog, let's shift into our plank once again. We're taking what we call a plank stretch now. So as we lift the hips up and back into our downward dog, take that right arm over to the left leg. Whether you tap the thigh, the shin, or the ankle, and then back into our plank. Other side, lift the hips, left arm to right leg. And plank. You're gonna continue just like that. If balancing on one hand isn't working for you today, feel free to just continue to shift from your down dog to your plank. Otherwise, keep reaching that arm as far as you can. One more time, each side. All right, next time you are in a plank pose, let's lower all the way down onto our bellies. Reaching the arms back by our sides. We, on the inhale, lift the chest, lift those legs, reach the fingers back. Exhaling down. Twice more, inhale, lift and reach in our locust. Exhaling down. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, lower. With those hands by our rib cage, tuck the toes under. Use your knees if you like, or press up into our plank, finding our downward dog. From downward dog, on the inhale, we bend the knees, look between the hands, and exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhaling halfway, lift flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling, release the arms. All right, finding a V variation now. Walk those feet about hip distance apart or maybe a little closer. As we sit those hips down and back, inhale the arms forward and up, pausing in our chair. First, the weight is back in the heels. Press those knees a little wider so we firm up our glutes, nice tight belly, one more breath. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Lowering through your chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. And exhale, downward dog. All right, from down dog, let's float the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, step it forward between the hands. Finding a warrior one. So back heel down, reach those arms straight up to the sky. As we square the hips and the shoulders straight forward. Now, if balance is an issue right now, let's spread the feet a little bit wider apart so they feel like they're on railroad tracks as opposed to a tightrope. One more breath in our warrior one. And we exhale, hands down to the mat. Stepping back into your plank, you can go straight to down dog if you like, or take the chaturanga into your back bend. Other side, inhaling that left leg to the sky. And exhale, step it between the hands, warrior one here. Yeah, really try to root that back heel down as you reach the arms up. If you feel like you have a big back bend, imagine trying to knit your ribs together even more. 2 more breaths here. And on our exhale, hands come down to the mat. Finding your plank and making your way to down dog however you'd like to get there. From our downward facing dog, we inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, exhale, step or float forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling, forward fold. Sitting the hips into our chair, we reach those arms forward and up. And then coming all the way up to stand, releasing the arms. All right, taking a slight modification on that, sit the hips down into our chair, we reach those arms forward and up. And on the exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat, step or hop those feet back. Finding your chaturanga. Inhaling through our back bend. And meeting in downward dog. On your next inhale, we'll float the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands, finding a high lunge this time. So keep that back heel lifted off the ground as we extend the arms up to the sky. Taking a nice deep inhale here. On our exhale, open arm twist to the left. Nice wide arms, and then inhale, reach them back up to the sky. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhaling up. Exhale, twist. Yeah, reach those arms up last time to the sky, and exhaling, hands down to the mat. Stepping back into our plank and pause here. All right, and widen those feet a little bit more. We're coming into a side plank on the right hand. So extending those left fingertips up to the sky. The feet can have any orientation that feels good in your body, but lift those hips up. And control the hand back to the mat as we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. All right, inhaling that right leg to the sky. Exhale, stepping between the hands, high lunge. As we extend those arms up to the sky, relax the shoulders down away from the ears, relaxing the base of the neck slightly. And as we did before, we're going to twist 3 times to the right. So your exhale, open arm twist right. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhaling up. Exhale, twist. Good, reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands down to the mat, stepping back into our plank. Last time for now, taking the chaturanga. Inhaling through your back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. From our downward dog, on the inhale, we bend the knees, look. Oh no, don't do that. Widen your feet once again. I almost forgot about our side plank. Good, take our side plank on the left hand, floating the right fingertips up to the sky. Lift the hips up, actively pressing out of that left shoulder for 3, 2, 1. Hand comes back down to the mat. And now downward dog. From here, we bend the knees, look between the hands, exhale, step or hop forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Sitting the hips into our chair, we reach the arms forward and up. Coming all the way up to stand and releasing the arms. All right. So let's take one quick little movement and then I'll give you an opportunity for water. We're gonna, standing up tall, do what we call a heel toe rock. So we lift all the way up onto the heels, all the way up onto the toes. Getting a better idea of what our balance is like. We found it in our lunge. But we just want to warm up those ankles a little bit more because we're going to get hopping around a little bit. All right. Go ahead and let that go. If you'd like to grab water or towel, feel free to do so. What this next portion is going to look like, we are going 2 times through a little HIIT circuit. So what HIIT just means is high intensity interval training. That high is relative. So if you want to push a little bit harder, push harder. If you need to back down, back down. But again, each of these movements, we'll do them for 20 seconds with 10 seconds of rest. All right, so it's a pretty quick transition, but after the first one, it'll make total sense, or at least more sense. So let's go ahead and get started. This first movement is called a seal jack. So the arms reach out in front of us. I'll demo first. We open and close just like that, like we're still out there pooping on the rock, okay? If that doesn't work for you, pause for a second. If that doesn't work for you, you can do one leg out and then the other. All right, whichever you want. Let's begin, 20 seconds. Nice. Now, I'm not clapping because I don't want to clap in your ears, but if you want to get it for that full effect, you're more than welcome. There we go, 3, 2, 1, and time. Next movement, we call it ice skaters. So you're gonna scoot all the way to the left, slide the right foot behind. You can either step across or hop across. Ready? And begin, 20 seconds. And as we land, try to land softly with a bend, nice deep bend in that knee. Belly stays tight. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. Finding a plank pose. For our plank, these are called crossbody climbers. Knee to opposite elbow. Begin when you're ready. Try to get that knee as close as you can. If you need to, bring your knees down to the ground, shooting for opposite wrists instead. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's come to sit on our butts. Those hands are right next to my hips. And then let's lift the hips a little bit. This is a crab pose. I'm gonna kick, touching opposite shin or opposite toes. If that's too much on one hand, then kick without reaching the arm. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. I'll demo this next one for my plank. Don't start quite yet. For my plank, I'm either gonna step or hop the feet forward, come into a squat, and then back. All right, ready? And begin. Step or hop forward, lift the chest, and down. Yeah. This is a half burpee. Yeah. So whether you're walking or hopping, you're moving at a pace that keeps that heart rate up. Last 3, 2, 1, and come all the way up to stand. Our last movement is a curtsy lunge. So I'm going to step one knee behind the opposite heel, try to make a straight line, and begin. Now as we do this, try to keep your chest up and keep whatever foot is in front, keep that heel firmly rooted down into the ground. You determine whether you want to go a little bend or whether you want to go deeper. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. We've got 30-second rest, and then we're going to do it again. Deep inhales and long exhalations. All right. All right, we're getting started. Round number 2 in 10 seconds. The first movement is that seal jack. Again, either the whole or the half. Ready, and begin. Open and close. Now, if you're doing both legs open and close, see if we can switch. So now the arms and legs are doing opposite motions. And then back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, into our ice skaters, go ahead and scoot over to one side of your mat. All right, starting in 3. And begin. Hopper, step across. If you want to go a little bit deeper, think about reaching for your toes, so opposite arm to toes. Yeah, 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. Coming down onto all fours. Getting ready for our crossbody climbers. Knee to opposite elbow. Ready, and begin. 20 seconds, that's it. By the time it starts to suck, we're already done. Halfway there. Last 5, keep going. And time. Coming onto our butts, getting ready for that crab position. Hands right under the shoulders. Go ahead and lift those hips up and begin. Either reaching hand to opposite leg, or again, if you need to, keep the hands down and just kick. Yeah. 8 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. Getting ready for those half burpees. Remember, step or walk forward, come up into a squat, and back down. And begin. Yeah. Now, a trick to any type of burpee, and really most of our movements, is finding a tempo, find a rhythm that works in your body. 5 more seconds. And time. Come on, we have to stand. Getting ready for our curtsy lunges. All right, knee behind the front heel, ready. And begin. Yeah. There we go. As we come up and off, we really want to feel these outside glutes. Almost there. 5 seconds left. And time. Awesome work, everybody. 30 seconds, and we're going to get a little flow going. Yeah, so just keep your body moving. Doesn't have to be anything too extreme. All righty. We're getting ready to take a single sun salutation and then move into our next flow. So from the front of your mat, we inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Finding your chaturanga. Inhaling through our back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. From down dog, we bend the knees, look between the hands, exhale, step or hop forward. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. All right, let's start to sit our hips down and back into a chair pose. Now from this chair, firm up your belly. Without changing anything, like a little flamingo, can we start to lift our right heel in towards our butt? Yeah, we're balancing on that left foot. Now keep your legs as they are, but we're gonna hinge forward at our waist and upright. Yeah, let's do that a few more times. Hinge forward and up. Yeah, 2 more times. Just like one of those little birds that peck at the water. All right, now lean forward, keep a bend in that left knee, but extend the right leg straight back. And you can reach the arms to the side or out in front of you, finding a warrior 3, but keep that left knee bent though. And keep the belly engaged. And then gently step the foot all the way back, finding a high lunge, reaching those arms up to the sky. Yeah. All right, from here, we bring the hands to the small of the back. Yeah, stacking hands on top of one another. From here, pull those elbows up, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. We're going to bend the elbows into our cactus arms, bring them to the small of your back once again. Good, reach them all the way up. Last time, bend the elbows, bring them to the small of your back. Reach them all the way up to the sky. As we lean forward, finding our warrior three, whatever variation feels best in your body. And from here, come all the way up, lifting that right knee up in front of us. Finding a tree pose now. Yeah, we're still on that left leg. Yeah, so place the right foot in the inner right thigh. One more breath in our tree. And then release the foot down to the mat, releasing the arms. All right, other side, sitting those hips down and back into our chair pose. Once you're there, pull that left heel in towards your bum. And again, we hinge forward at the waist and upright. Good, imagine like there is a rod, a steel rod going from your head to your hips. Hinge forward and back one more time. All right, next time you're leaning forward, keep that right knee bent as we extend the left leg back behind us. Finding a warrior three modification, bend that right knee a little bit more. As we gently step back into a high lunge. From our high lunge, just as we did before, bend those elbows nice and wide. Hands come to the small of the back. Reach those arms all the way back up. Bend the elbows. Reach them back behind us. Last side, reaching up. Bend the elbows, open in the chest. Hands to the small of the back. Reach them all the way up as you lean forward. Find a warrior three. Beginning to lift that knee up. Reach the arms up to the sky. Tree pose. Left foot to the inner left thigh, or it could be on the left calf, wherever feels best in your body. One more breath in our tree. And then release the arms, release the legs. All right, one more little sequence here, moving into our warrior two. Let's find our tree pose with the right knee once again. So turn that right knee out, place it where it feels best in your body. All right, we're getting ready to come into a warrior two. So control the right leg all the way back. Yeah, there we go. Nice deep warrior two. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Left toes are forward, right toes to the side of your mat. From our warrior two, flip that left palm up and back to the sky. Straighten your front leg. We're finding triangle pose. Left arm to the shin, right arm to the sky. One more breath here. Let's bring the right hand onto the hip, looking down at the mat. We're going to reach those left fingertips for the mat or a block as we lift the back leg up into our half moon pose. Maybe floating the right fingertips up, or really work to lift that right leg up. One more breath. And gently step back into our warrior two. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, window the hands to the mat, stepping back into our plank as we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling into back bend. Exhaling down dog. Next inhale, we bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, separate, hop forward. Inhaling halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. Other side, finding our tree pose with the left foot up. Wherever that feels best in your body. But once you find it, we're here for 4 more breaths. All right, and then slowly extend that left leg way back into our warrior two. Yeah, keep that back leg nice and firm. Keep pressing this right knee wide. And on our next inhale, flip the right palm to the sky, reach it up and back. Pause as we straighten the front leg. Reach the arm forward, shift those hips back. Triangle pose, right arm down, left arm to the sky. Keep your belly engaged, maybe lean those shoulders back slightly. And then prepare for our half moon pose, left hand up to the hip, right hand forward. And then lift the back leg, maybe float those left fingertips. There you go, wherever you are, think about lifting that back leg up a little bit higher. Last breath. As we gently step back into our warrior two. On your next exhale, wiggle the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into our plank. As we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. From downward dog, we bend the knees, lift between the hands, and make your way forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. All righty. Now it's time for a little change up once again. So we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, different exercises, but same concept. Each movement we're due for 20 seconds with 10 seconds of rest. I'm gonna show the first movement because I think that's the only one that's really complicated. Well, not really complicated, but anyway. So you know how we did the half burpees earlier? Well, we're gonna do a full burpee with a little long jump. So same idea from a plank. I either step or hop the feet forward. And instead of jumping up, I jump forward and then backpedal down again. All right, so modifications, if jumping isn't for you, once you come up, take a nice big step forward and then still shuffle back. All right, that's our movement. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, and begin. I forgot to mention, if you want to, you can add a push-up in there. You do not have to. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. 10-second rest. Our next movement is a knee drop. So take a nice big step back with your right foot. Reach those arms out long in front of you. And now begin driving your knee in towards your elbows. Quick movements. Good. 10 more seconds. Keep those abs engaged. This is all about our core and our breath. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, that was our right foot back. All right, next movement. If you're on the mat, go ahead and walk all the way to the back of your mat, coming to all fours. From here, bear crawl. We're gonna walk all the way to the front of our mat. Once you reach the front, go backwards. All right, there we go. Little movements. Keep those knees relatively low. Nice, we look good. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's come on to our backs now. Once you're on your back, right knee comes into the chest, left leg out long. Hollow out the belly, pressing your back into the mat. We're gonna begin taking little rocks forward and back. And we call these single leg hollow body rocks. Yeah, so make your abs as firm as you can. Try to make a C shape with your spine. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. All the way up to stand. We're gonna do that one more time. All right, get ready for our burpee long jumps. In 3, 2, 1, and begin. Plank, step or hop, all the way forward and shuffle. Yeah. Every time we hop, land softly. Use those feet as a little Shock absorber. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Getting ready for our knee drives. This time we're going to step that left foot back. Reach those arms out long and begin. There we go. Beautiful work, everybody. Keep that breath up. Keep that heart rate up. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. Finding our bear crawl, move to the back of your mat. Coming to all fours. All right. And begin baby steps to the front of your mat. And then baby steps backwards. There we go, crew. As a little wiggle of your hips from side to side by keeping those abs tight. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. Onto our backs. Left knee comes in, right leg out long. Find that hollowed out shape in our bodies and begin gently rocking forward and back. The goal is to keep all the angles in our bodies the same, but try to figure out how to use the engagement of our core to initiate the movement. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Let's come all the way up to stand. Last time, I promise. So before we do our last sun salutation into our final little flow, we're going to do something with the shoulders. So first, we're going to shrug the shoulders back. Fingertips touch the elbows and rotate the elbows back. And then the arms go nice, big circle back. So again, shrug backwards, elbows circle back, and arms. One more time. Shoulders, elbows, and arms. Reversing that movement now. Shrug your shoulders forward, elbows circle forward, and arms. Twice more. Shoulders, elbows, arms. One more. Shrug, elbows, and arms. Yeah. All right, back onto our mat. One last sun salutation. We inhale, reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway left. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Lowering through your chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. From downward dog, we bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's widen our feet. And then sit the hips down into our malasana, into that little yogi squat. So what normally happens is exactly what I just did, which is we get to the bottom of our squat and we completely release. So instead, what I'd like to do, open your hands wide, touch your fingertips to the ground, try to lift up your chest, lift those hips up slightly. Feel that engagement of our pelvic floor and our low belly. One more breath here. And then lift the hips up to the sky for our forward fold. From our fold, begin to walk the feet all the way back into a downward dog. From downward dog, we shift forward into our plank, lowering all the way down onto the belly. Reaching the arms out wide. From here, we bend into the left knee, start to roll onto the right shoulder for one breath. And then our chest comes back down. And other side, bend into the right knee, rolling onto the left side for a breath. And down. Continue slowly moving side to side, making the back bend as much or as little as feels good in your body. One more time each side. Next time you're on your belly, hands come in towards the ribs. We lift the chest into our cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll step the left foot all the way forward to the outside of the left hand. And then the back knee comes down to the mat for our lizard pose. So notice if we're rounding or scrunching in the neck, as much as you can, relax those shoulders down, opening the front of your chest. Now that left knee, start to open it wide, roll into the outer edge of that left foot. And then place it flat, hugging the knee back in. Two more like that. Open the knee wide. And hug it into the arm. Last time. Yeah. We'll start to find our pigeon pose, scooting that left foot over to the right. And then check the back leg, making sure that we're not sickling our leg in or out, that our hips are square. And if you either stay up tall or come down into the forearms, or even all the way down into your belly. But once you've found your pigeon, find a sense of softness as we relax our jaw, letting go of the scowl on our faces, relaxing our hands. Last 3 breaths here. Walking those hands back in. We're gonna sit onto that left hip, swing the right leg all the way out long in front of us. Finding our Janu Shirshasana, so the left foot is on the inner right thigh. Let's turn our chest towards those right toes. We inhale, sit up nice and tall, and as we exhale, fold over the right leg. So if your hands touch your toes, fine, like awesome, good. But if they don't touch them comfortably, instead of fighting for that, fight for that nice, flat, neutral curve of the spine. You can even bend that right knee a little bit if you need to, but let's find softness for 3 more breaths. On your next inhale, we find a flat back coming all the way upright. Taking that left foot, crossing it over the right thigh. We'll reach the left hand back for our seated half twist. If you prefer, you can slide the elbow to the outside of the left knee, but either variation, we inhale tall and exhale twist. And making this an active posture. Every inhale growing a little bit taller, and every exhale twisting a little further. On your next inhale, let's bring the hands all the way over to the right side as we bow gently forward for a little counter pose. And coming back up. All right, we have to make our way back into our downward dog. So however you want to get there, let's find a downward dog. And once we're there, we'll step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Same sequence as the other side, lower the back knee down, untucking those toes. Letting those hips be heavy, and again, trying to puff up the chest, press those shoulder blades into the back. And now from here, we'll press that right knee wide, roll to the outer edge of the foot, and hugging it into the arm. Go ahead and take that twice more on your own. Next time the foot is down on the ground, go ahead and start to slide it over to the left, making our way into our pigeon pose. Again, our goal is to square the hips, so having them be just as high off the ground as the other. And then lowering down to that level that feels best in your body. But scan your body. Notice if there's anything else that we can relax, inviting that sense of softness into our pigeon. Last 3 breaths. Walking those hands back in as we sit onto the right hip, swinging the left leg out long in front of us. Once you're there, we square our chest with those left toes. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, folding forward. And same thing here, only going to that place where we can still invite a sense of softness into our bodies. Two more breaths. And we start to find our flat back coming all the way upright, crossing the right foot over the left thigh. Right hand reaches back, either hug the knee or slide the elbow to the outside of the knee. And same as before, each inhale we grow a little bit taller. Every exhale is where we find the twist. One more breath. And on our inhale, we come over to the left, both hands on the mat as we gently rock forward. And making our way back up as we uncross the feet. Both feet are flat on the ground. And we're going to start to slowly hollow out the belly, round the chin to your chest, reach those fingers forward. Now lift up, opening the chest up tall. And again, hollow out the belly. Last time, lift up, pull those shoulders down and back, flat back. Hollow out and slowly round all the way down onto our backs. The knees come into the chest, giving them a little hug, maybe gently rocking side to side. And from here, we place those feet flat on the ground. Shifting the hips over to the left side of our mat as we let the knees fall to the right. You can allow the arms to be wide or in a cactus, whatever feels best in your body. But we start to relax the inner thighs and our glutes. Letting our shoulders be heavy. Last breath in our twist on this side. And on your inhale, we'll come back through center. Scooting the hips over to the right and letting our knees fall to the left. Same idea, relaxing those legs, our glutes, letting our bodies be heavy into the mat. Last breath here. And as we come back into center, we'll find a happy baby pose. So as we take those knees wide, reaching for anywhere between your knees and your toes, our goal is to press your tailbone, press your sacrum down into the ground. And feeling that arch of your back lifting up off the ground. So the exact opposite of what we did in our hollow body. Last breath in our happy baby. And then as we bring the knees in, let's roll onto one side and slowly press ourselves upright. You can find a comfortable seated position, or you can kneel. You can even remain on your back if you want to. But as we sit up nice and tall, either releasing our hands onto the knees, or if you're on your back, releasing them on our bellies. We're going to take 4 rounds of our box breath, where we inhale for 4 counts, holding it for 4, exhaling 4, and holding it out for 4. Yeah. So to begin, let's take a nice deep inhalation, and exhale, sigh out of the mouth. And we begin inhaling 1, 2, 3, hold it in 4, 3, 2, exhale 4, 3, 2, hold it out 4, 3, 2. Second time, inhale 1, 2, 3, hold it in 4, 3, 2, exhale 4, 3, 2, hold it out 4, 3, 2. Halfway, inhale 1, 2, 3, hold it in 4, 3, 2, exhale 4, 3, 2, hold it out 4, 3, 2. Last time, inhale 1, 2, 3, hold it 4, 3, 2, exhale 4, 3, 2, hold it out 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice deep inhalation, and sigh out of the mouth. Thank you all so very much for coming in to Flex and Stretch on this beautiful Thursday evening. Just to let you know, Christine asked me today if I would be willing to do this class out in the park. So we are going to start that soon, but I'll still live stream it. So if you feel comfortable grabbing your mask and your mat, you're more than welcome and encouraged to come out to Northridge Park. If not, then I will see you online, hopefully. So have a great rest of your week and your weekend. Namaste.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. See y'all next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.